everyone, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all doing really well today. It is a beautiful sunny day here and I'm going to try and get outside and run some errands. And I have a few new makeup products to try, so I thought I would just quickly film a video and do kind of like a face of the day for you guys. So I'm really excited because I'm trying out the Lancome Teint Idole Ultra Wear Foundation today. I've used this in the past, but that was when their shade range wasn't as varied, and now that they have extended that shade range, they have one that is pretty much a perfect match for me, which is so exciting because this foundation, if I remember correctly, performed super well on my oily skin. So I have the shade 090 Ivory Neutral, and I'm excited to show you guys how that looks today, how I apply it, and I think I'll do a check-in at the end of the video if I have time, showing you how it looks after a few hours of wear. So stay tuned for that. I also have a Lancome mascara I'm going to be testing out, as well as a Lancome eyeshadow palette. And then I also have a Laura Mercier setting powder that I want to try as well. So yeah, if you are at all interested in seeing that, stay tuned. My boyfriend Shawn also makes an appearance in this video. There was nothing I could do about it, so get excited. So I already know that I loved using this before. I think the formula is exactly the same. It's just, you know, a different shade. So I can safely say I think that I already adore this foundation. I just thought I would, you know, put it on video today. So this foundation actually has a pretty thin consistency. Like, it's a little more watery, and a little really does go a long way. I prefer to apply this with a brush. I've tried it with the Real Techniques sponge, but I just find that that soaks up too much product, and since this is pretty pricey, I prefer to go in with a brush. I also just find that it gives a really nice finish. So as per usual, I'm going to go in with my L'Oreal Infallible Setting Spray. And just while that's sinking in, I'll let you know that I moisturized today with the Lancome Hydra Zen moisturizer. I really like this, which is dangerous because it's not cheap. So I have a feeling once I finish this, I will repurchase the full size. But it's really beautiful on the skin. I'll also go in with a little bit of Carmex because my lips are a little dry. And guys, sorry if my voice sounds weird. I feel like I'm losing it or I'm getting a cold. I have like a like an itch. It feels like closed up. So just keep in mind that I have my lights on and this foundation has SPF 15, so it might look a little pale just because of the flashback, but just know that it's not really, like, it perfectly matches. So I love this foundation. It just makes you look kind of like flawlessly smoothed out, I guess. Like, as soon as you put it on, just one layer, it looks really good. That being said, it's not like full coverage, not in my opinion. Like, I can still see some of my discoloration coming through, so I'm gonna go in with a little bit more, and I'm just gonna stipple it over those areas with the same brush. Okay, so that's the foundation on. I think it looks really beautiful. It just leaves a really natural looking finish to the skin. It doesn't dry down matte, so I will need to set this with a powder after I do my concealer and such. But today I'm going in with my NARS Soft Matte Concealer. I have the shade Chantilly. And I'm going to use this kind of as a corrector and a highlighter under my eyes in the center of my face. And I'm being a little light-handed today just because I'm going out and doing a lot of errands, so I don't need a really heavy face of makeup. I was just super excited to try this Lancome foundation. Okay, so I'm going to bring a little bit more of this right here, and around my nose. And I'm going to quickly set that with a light misting of my L'Oreal setting spray. And I'm going to let that sit for a little bit, finish my coffee, and then I'm going to do the rest of my makeup. Okay, so I'm going to set all of this now. I am using my new Laura Mercier Matte Translucent Pressed Setting Powder. This is their Shine Control version. It has a little bit of a yellow, actually, well, on camera it just looks white, but in person it has kind of almost like a, I don't know, like a greeny yellow tone, which is nice because it corrects some of my redness. So I'm only going to use this on the center of my face. I really, really like that. It's like you can definitely see it on my skin, so I'm not a huge fan of that. I think that'll go away after I do a misting of setting spray, so I think that's fine. Other than that though, it's done a really, really nice job of setting all of my makeup. I look pretty like smoothed over, which is nice. So now I'm going to go in as per normal and use my MAC Mineralized Skin Finish in light all around the outside of my face. Okay, so I'm just going to quickly fill in my brows. I'm not going to do it on camera because I'm kind of in a rush now, but I'm going to be using the NYX Micro Brow Pencil in the shade Taupe, and then I'm going to follow that up with the NYX Tinted Brow Mascara in the shade Blonde, and I will be right back. Okay, so I'm not going to do any contour today just because it's a busy day of errands, and I mean, I'm running out of time, but I am going to put blush on. I'm using the Tarte Amazonian Clay Blush in the shade Exposed. I deeply, deeply love this blush. I think it works so well on so many different skin tones. This is my second, maybe it's my third. I started using this years ago and I always come back to it. I especially gravitate towards this blush in the fall and winter. I just think it's beautiful. And now that my hair is a little bit darker, I think it works really, really well on my skin. Oh, it just, where did it fill out? Oh no, where did you go? I'm gonna put it more on the apples of my cheeks. And I'm using my e.l.f. Flawless Face Brush. I think I might have been a little heavy-handed. I just love that blush so much, so I'm just going to blend it out a little bit. So now I'm actually going to go in with maybe a little brush. I guess I'll go in with my powder brush. I'm going to use the Hard Candy. This is the Candlelit palette. They're just more illuminating powders, I guess you could say. I'm going to go in with this. Which one do I want to use? This guy. It's a little more champagne-y colored. And I am just going to lightly dust that on my cheekbones, my brow bone. This stuff is super, super subtle, so you can be kind of like, you don't have to be precise with it. But I really like it. If you're looking for a pretty kind of really, really cheap, loose dupe for the Hourglass ambient lighting palettes, this might work for you. They are really powdery though, so just keep that in mind. So I'm going to quickly go in and set all of this again with my setting spray. Just really, really lightly. Okay, so now I really want to try an eyeshadow palette from Lancome. This is just a sample palette. It is, if I can open it, really, really cute, really sleek. I got it in a bunch of other stuff when I bought my foundation. So this is the Taupe Craze palette. And it has 5 shades in it. These are all pretty shimmery aside from this brown in the middle. It's a matte brown shade, like a taupey brown. And this shade is more of a satin shade. So the rest of them have quite a bit of glitter, like really obvious glitter in them, I guess I would say. But this is a matte and this is a satin shade. So what do I want to do? I'm going to do something really simple because I'm just going out and about. I kind of like the look of this one. It's a little more purpley. I'm not sure if you can even tell on camera because it's such an itty bitty little palette. I'm going to take just a flat shader brush, and I'm actually going to wet my brush with my setting spray. And I'm going to pick up a little bit of this shade here. Yeah. And I'm just going to kind of pat it on my lid. I need a mirror. Oh, this has a mirror. How handy. And I'm just going to kind of blend out the edges of it with this Real Techniques base shadow brush. I think that looks really, really pretty. Definitely looks more brown on the eye than it does in the pan. It looks more purple to me at least. Now I'm going to go in and I'm going to take just a little bit of this brown shade and put it into my crease. Really wish I could find my MAC 217. I think that's really pretty. Now I'm just going to take my finger and rub it into this satin shade. Kind of what it looks like, and I'm just going to put that really, really roughly from the inner corner to kind of like the middle of my lid. Okay, so they're not super, super pigmented, but they are really pretty, just kind of like a sheer wash of color with a bit of shimmer. So I do like it. I don't know how much the full-size palette retails for. I don't know if I would pick it up. I will probably use this though. It's really nice for traveling. I am going to Toronto this weekend, so maybe I'll bring it along. So my camera battery is about to die, so I'm going to switch that out, do my other eye, and then I will be right back with you. Okay, so I didn't show it, but I finished the other eye, and I actually found that picking up that satin, like this satin shade, with a brush that has been wet with either water or I used my setting spray, that worked a lot better. And I just used that from the inner corner to kind of like the middle of the lid, just kind of like roughly patting it in, and then I blended out the edges, and I think that looks pretty nice. It's a nice subtle everyday like smoky-ish look. So I'm going to leave it at that. I'm now going to go in with a mascara. I'm just going to curl my lashes with my Revlon Lash Curler. And I'm going to try today the Lancome High Definition Mascara. This is in the shade Black. And I also have a sample of their Lash Booster. I've tried this once before, and it's just like exactly the same as the L'Oreal Voluminous Base. It's just the same white formula, and it just kind of thickens everything. I will say though, I don't love this type of thing all the way through the lashes, so I'm just going to focus it at the base of my upper lashes. Okay, I thought I'd be a little closer for this part, so I just curled my lashes, and I'm going to take the Lancome Lash Boost mascara and just put it at the roots, if I can. Actually, so I'll use the Lancome Lash Boost on this eye, and I will use my L'Oreal base on the other, and just see if there's a difference. Oh, the sun came out and it's really warmed up in here. I can tell with the lighting. I hope that's okay. So I'm just going to kind of let that dry a little bit. And now I'm going to go in with my Lancome High Definition Mascara. I will say I really like the brush on this, although it could be a little shorter. So starting at the roots, and I'm going to kind of roll it out to the ends of the lashes. So I like that, but I'm going to do a second layer. Okay, so I really like this mascara. I actually think I don't notice too much of a difference in terms of this stuff from eye to eye, so I think either would work fine. We'll see throughout the day how it wears. I'm actually really interested to see if this transfers at all, because I have such a problem with mascaras transferring to, you know, all the skin under my eye, just because maybe I have oily not lids because my eyelids aren't that oily, but maybe my lash line is oily. I don't know. Okay, so I'm going to finish this look off with a kind of like pinky, like a subtle pink lipstick. This is the Lise Watier Plumpissimo Nude Love lipstick. That's what it looks like. This is the color. It's just like a really, really pretty, it's coming off, I don't know. It's more pink than it looks in the viewfinder at least. And I'm just gonna like pat that into my lips. I can hear Shawn whistling on his way up the stairs. He's probably gonna come in here. I'm in the middle of filming, it's recording. No, you're gonna hurt yourself. No, 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 no. Oh, I thought you were gonna do your eye.
No, why would I put that on my eyes?
Okay guys, so I'm just about to head out the door. I have real clothes on now. I did just want to show you what this makeup looks like in natural light. So I'm just sitting in front of the window in my office right now. And I thought that might be helpful. I think I'll start doing that with any makeup look I do on this channel, just so that you can see the true colors of everything. So yeah, this is what it all looks like. And yeah, I just wanted to show you that really, really quickly. And I think I will do another check-in a little bit later just to update you on how the foundation looks and how this mascara fares. So far it hasn't budged, which I'm really excited about, so I think that means it's not going to do any transferring. So yeah, I will check back in a little bit and I'll see you then. Okay guys, that's the end of this video. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you enjoyed Shawn's little appearance. If you liked the video, please give it a big thumbs up. That would be amazing. And definitely subscribe if you want to see more videos from me in the future. I have a pretty cool DIY coming up. I think I mentioned that it was coming up on my channel in one of my previous videos, maybe like 2 videos before this one. And I'm working really hard on it, so it should be up soon. So yeah, stay tuned. Other than that, I hope you guys all enjoy the rest of your day, and I will see you next time. Bye guys!